What's up, you beautiful peoples? How are you doing today? Just coming on here to remind you that tonight at 5 p.m. Cambodia time, we will be hosting, once again, talk about that mouse in my pocket. I will be hosting an inspirational Tantric Hapa flow class. So the past 4 weeks we've been working on handstands, and tonight I'm thinking about working on the lower body. So since we haven't really been focusing on that part so much, we've been tiring it out a little bit so that it makes it more uplifting to get on your hands and get your legs high, to get inverted. So today, or tonight's class, we'll be focusing a lot on the strength of our largest muscles in our body, our legs, our thighs, our hamstrings, our glutes, our calves. So we'll be doing a lot of standing balances. So this will be super energizing. Also for any of you Vatas, Pittas, who need to get more grounded into this root chakra energy, this sacral chakra energy, we'll be pulling a lot of that in, right? Anytime you do a standing balance, it requires you to engage from the lower chakras and down into your feet. So really envisioning and visualizing that root connection with the feet, with the leg strength. So if you feel like, I'm oftentimes, this is a Vata characteristic, if you're stuck in the headspace of visualizing, of imagining, of pondering, of questioning yourself, then we're going to be doing a lot of standing to kind of root this energy down into the ground, right? And to create more stability for you, as that energy of air and ether is very fluid in terms of, air and ether can go anywhere, right? They're very adaptable. And so if you're Vata, you have those characteristics of being very adaptable and being able to change very quickly, but that can also lead to this overwhelm of, okay, I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm thinking here, I'm thinking there, your mind's all over the place. It's hard to focus. So we'll be focusing on drawing in your energy to right here, right now, presence. And just as a little, something that you can do on your own anytime, you don't even need to warm up for it. Come into Tadasana, or mountain pose. So feet hips width distance apart. Draw your abdomen up and back, your ribs down, so you create a little bit of extension in the spine. Bend your knees slightly, right? Bend your knees a little bit so that you have a stronger and more stable support, right? If we lock out the knees, we can tend to fall over. It's also not that good for your knee muscles to have them totally, completely straight and locked, right? We want to have a little bit of that airy flow in the body, in the joints. Shoulders a little bit back, but be careful that the chest doesn't, or the ribs don't splay out and extend and create more of a curvature in the low back. Right? Pull the ribs down, pull the abdomen up, stand in Tadasana. Then from here, breathe. Right? Take a deep inhale breath into your lower chakras, into your low belly, below your belly button even. You can touch where your belly button is. Breathe into this space here, way down here, really low. And then on your exhale, try to pull it back. Notice what happened to your spine, right? Did you get all rounded? Did you arch back? Try to maintain that same posture, but just breathe into the low belly and then exhale, pull it back, right? Your knees are still bent, your feet are still hips width distance apart. You're still having your shoulders back and down, but your ribs down as well, right? That's challenging enough as it is. And then from here, keep breathing that way into that low belly, below your belly button. Try to see if you can stick it out, right? Ain't nobody watching you, don't worry about it. Right? There's nobody around, so just try to breathe into this low belly. This ain't a bikini contest. We're trying to breathe here. We're not trying to, hold it all in, suck it in so we can't breathe. No, we're trying to breathe more fully into the body, to bring that energy, that breath body down into these lower chakras. Trying to open up or illuminate the sacrum, the root, Muladhara, Svadhisthana. We're not even going to go up into Manipura, right? So here we are, we're breathing. Watch my belly. I'm not afraid to stick it out. Boom, looks like I got a little baby in there, right? Exhale, pull it back. This is where you can contract it on your exhale. Inhale, Fill it up, stick it out, let it get big, let it get out to the sides. Boom, shakalaka. Exhale, pull it back. Stay with that breath, every breath, coming from the base of the spine, the pubic bone, up, only to the belly button. Keep breathing like that, and then just shift your weight into your right foot. Shift your weight, you can lift your left heel up, yeah? And from here, you may know where we're going already. We're gonna go into tree, Vrksasana, right? From here, lift your knee up a little bit more, just dangle it, right? Notice if your spine went, ooh, I curved over. Keep it straight, keep the abdominals tucked up and back, keep the ribs down, the shoulders over the hips. Yeah, the knee is still bent. And then grab onto that knee and hug it into the chest. Notice again here, if you go forward or back, try to keep the knee bent. You don't have to straighten the leg or anything or grab for the foot. You don't have to bring this knee all the way up to the chest if that means you're gonna come forward. Just stay back, stay aligned. Yeah? And then just place that foot on the inner thigh. If that's too high for you, place the toes on the floor. Rest the heel against the shin. Yeah? Breathe. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Ooh, there's a connection. Then you can actually engage that perineum muscle at the base of your spine, Mula Bandha, on your exhale, and you can release it. Oh, relax, get that low belly big again on your inhale. You can also place the foot on the calf. You can place it on the knee too, but just be careful that you don't like kick yourself and your knee busts out the other way, right? Engage the standing leg quad to push into the foot as much as you're pushing the foot into the knee. Just don't put a whole lot of pressure on it. You know, it's always like, oh my gosh, don't put your foot on your knee. You can put it there, just be conscious of it, you know? You're not knocking it out of socket. Or you can lift it up towards the inner thigh so the heel is closer to the pubic bone, right? We're still breathing here. We're still deep inhaling, releasing Mula Bandha, releasing the perineum muscle, getting really big in that low belly, and then on the exhale, pulling it back. Yep, the spine is still in the same alignment, and you're still bending that standing knee. And just see if you can take 4, 5, 6 full inhale and exhale breaths. Full range of inhale means you're releasing Mula Bandha, you're letting that low belly fill up, and then you're exhaling and pulling it back. You're contracting that muscle at the base of your spine, your perineum muscle. It's the same muscle you engage to stop yourself from urinating. Pull it back, inhale, fill it up, right? Just like 3, 6 breaths. I like to go in sets of 3s. And then just slowly lower, right? Bring your arms out to the sides and slowly come back to where you were before that, right? You were here. You were actually grabbing your knee. So grab there. Still breathing the whole time. Inhaling in the low belly and exhaling out from the low belly. Then hover it, arms out, and then slowly lower the foot down. You can shake it out. You can roll the ankles, roll the tops of that foot, that standing leg. Probably got a little tight and tense, yeah? And then come back to Tadasana. Where's your Tadasana again? That middle point. All right, you're still breathing, low belly. Just focus it down here. Doesn't even need to come up. Most of us are stuck in chest breathing or hyperventilation, so we're in fight or flight response all throughout our days. What does that bring you? It brings you massive amounts of stress that will kill you, effectively. It will kill you. So bring your breath here. Get it out of here. Don't even let it come up that high. It's going to come up that high naturally, no worries, but focus it down here. Yeah? Come back to your Tadasana, mountain pose, abdomen up and back, ribs down, shoulders away from the ears a little bit, but don't let them flare the ribs out so that the back curves, right? You still want this low spine to be elongated, tailbone tucked just a little bit, abdomen back just a little bit, but you still want to be able to breathe, right? Breathe into that belly with everything else held. So you don't want to breathe and go, oh yeah. We're not doing cat-cows here. We're doing Tadasana, tailbone down, abdomen back, but still breathe into that belly. Let it come out and in. Great. Other foot. shift your weight onto your left foot. Again, first the toes can just come down and the heel can be against the shin, right? Hands, fingers are spread wide. Active arms reaching down towards the floor. Ribs pulling down. Upper back, like the back of your ribs, should be reaching up at the same time your shoulders, the tops of your shoulders are coming down. It's like this funny little balance dance, right? Once you have that, move the foot up to the calf. Press the foot into the calf. Press the calf into the foot. So you're doing that from your inner thighs. You're squeezing them together, right? It's not from the knee. It's not so much from the quad. Yeah? Breathe. Think about your posture again. Think about where your breath is going. Is it still in this base? Is it still in the root? This sacral chakra. So you have Muladhara, root chakra, Swadhisthana, sacral chakra. Manipura is up here around the solar plexus, like your breastbone. We're not even getting into that yet. We're just working on grounding down. Yeah? Then, if you want to put the foot on the knee, again, it's okay. You can put it there. Just don't like jam it into the side. Also use the standing leg, the inner thigh, to squeeze that leg. You know, you're still not locking it out, but you want to squeeze it into the foot. Use these inner thigh muscles to squeeze them both together to create this internal friction. Yeah? And then if you are able, if it doesn't mess with your balance and your breathing most importantly, then you can lift the foot all the way up to the inner thigh. Oh, and I totally forgot on this side to do hanging the foot first. So, how funny of me. So stand here, press the foot again into the inner thigh, wherever your foot is. You know, you don't have to be at this point right now. You can still have your toes down on the floor and your heel resting on your shin. Okay, you can still have your foot on your calf. Where's the right place for you today? Not me. I'm not in your body, you're in your body. Can you breathe into your low belly? Can you put your hand, you can put your hands there, right? Don't let the breath come up here. Just make it go down. I'm just breathing through my mouth so you can kind of hear it, but you can breathe through your nose yourself. Again, you can take 3, 6 breaths. It's nice to work in threes. It's like the Holy Trinity, the triumvirate of Hindu gods, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, creator, protector, destroyer, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, you know? There's magic in that number. So I like to work in multiples of threes. My teacher taught me that, Everett Newell. So since we didn't do the whole holding the leg on the other side, let's grab onto it. First, let's hover it. Just lift it up. You've done your 3 breaths. Keep breathing into that low belly. Low belly, below the belly button. Below it, below it, below it. And then when you've done about 3 breaths, pull the knee towards the chest, but don't let the shoulders fall round forward, right? Keep the shoulders back. You don't have to lift the knee up super high. Keep the standing leg bent. Keep the tailbone down. Keep that extension in the low spine. The ribs pulling down. And then we're going to come back out of it the same way we came in. We're just going to hover the knee. Breathing, right? Low belly. Slowly as you can go. Not trying to force it to be slow, not trying to force it to be fast, not trying to force it to be over, right? Just breathing as full as you can. Not trying to push past any blockages, and then slowly lower the foot down. Again, shake those legs out. It always feels good to me to roll the tops of the foot on the floor. I guess the shin grabs a lot, those shin muscles, right? And that's it. So every Thursday night here in Cambodia at 5 p.m., I'll be having a Tantric Hapa, which means breath focused, uniting the 2 energies of your being, masculine and feminine, Ha and Ta, activating and calming, creating. They are $8. You can join me on Zoom. The link is below in my previous post. You can also come here if you're in Siem Reap. So this is 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're watching from the East Coast of the USA, this is tomorrow morning. It is 5:12 p.m. Thursdays for those of you in Central Europe. It is 1 p.m. for those of you in London. Yeah, and then I think you can work around from those times from there. I also have classes on Tuesdays. It's a Pranayama Meditation, so it's purely breath work. We're seated, and then we meditate. I lead you through a guided meditation, and then you do silent. It's been about 15 minutes of completely silent meditating on your own, so it's really intended to help bring you into a place where you can meditate by yourself. You don't need the guide. And then on Saturdays, I have restorative yoga classes, which are amazingly relaxing. You just lie down, get a lot of pillows around you, and you get propped up into different postures for upwards of 5 minutes. Also, the full moon is coming up in Pisces this coming Monday. So I'm thinking I'm going to have a special class on Tuesday because the moon will become exact or completely full around 10 p.m. on Tuesday here in Cambodia. So that would be 9 a.m. East Coast of U.S. time. So stay tuned for like a really special full moon Piscean energy class. I love to do these moon themed stations of the moon, signs of the moon themed classes, and this is just the next one coming up. So it's actually a lot about health, your own personal health and well-being. Pisces is a water sign, and it's one of the most emotive or emotional of the water signs. And so if you're feeling a lot of emotions lately, the moon is also representative of our emotional bodies, our emotional worlds. And so if you have any personal planets in Pisces or the surrounding signs, then yeah, you might be feeling a little bit more emotional because the moon is filling up with all of her energy, right? She's becoming completely full. She's shining all of her light. And so things can get a little bit more intense in our emotional realm, as well as in the fluidity, right? The tears, the changing tides of life. So look forward to that, or stay tuned to this page for more updates on what that will be and look like. Also, you can join my Restore and Love Yourself with Beth private Facebook group if things like this really interest you. That group is all about how to love yourself, not only with restorative yoga, pranayama and meditation, yoga nidra, but also a lot of journaling prompts and practices and activities, thought experimentation that you can do to just examine, right? Observe and examine your mind. And because everything comes from your thoughts. So any type of feeling or physical pain that you're experiencing, it's because you thought a thought about it first. As hard as that might be to grasp, it was a thought first before it was an emotion, before it was a feeling. And so I like to offer you a lot of different tools where you can challenge your thinking so that you can create the experience of life that you really want. Question yourself, question everything. I'm also an intuitive holistic coach, and so if you would like to hire me as a co-creator of choosing which area of your life you would like to thrive in, where you're currently possibly just coping, just getting by, suffering, struggling, or if you're on your healing journey and you would like just some support, how can I do this, how can I be more supportive of myself in how I want to grow in my life, then that is what a holistic intuitive coach does. That is what I do. We work with the different areas of holistic health, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. So I like to use yoga as a way to get people in touch with their physical bodies, get grounded, become embodied, which just means feeling your energy as opposed to just thinking about it. So if anything of this resonates with you, please feel free to send me a message, book a call with me. That's for free. We can chat about how I can possibly help you, or how I might know someone else, another type of professional, perhaps another yoga teacher, another type of coach who can help you on your journey. Because that's all we're here for to do, is we're just walking each other home. We're just helping each other out. The experiences that I've had hopefully will help you in whatever experience you're having, because we all have shared experience, right? We all go through the same thing. So whatever you're experiencing, whatever you're going through right now, you are not alone. Whatever you're desiring, you are not alone, right? We are all part of a collective. We are all one, and we are all loved. We all come from love. We return to love, and all this whole reality is made of love. So are you. I hope you reach out to me. I hope to hear from you soon. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful evening, wherever you are in the world. And I love you, but most importantly, love yourself. Thanks for watching. See you soon.